C.C.E. taking the field. Looks like Macquarie will be running from left to right and using the wind, and C.C.E. will be defending the southern side or the airport side of the field. Referee out there. 2 touch judges. This should be an excellent game with Macquarie University winning the major semi-final. And players from... We have a 1 minute silence for a Friends of Macquarie University player. Just going to start with this bicentennial day. It's a... Anyway, here we are. The grand final. Second grade of the University Cup for 1988. Macquarie University and the C.C.E. As the plane goes over the top, referee signals to the touch judges, signals to the timekeepers, and away we go. Ball's kicked off there by John Douglas. Always the knockback there by Macquarie University, and it's picked up by Steve Timone. And he's tackled there. A swarm of C.C.E. blue defenders. Ipso's one of them. Ipso's the captain today. He's a halfback for C.C.E. Good run from the Macquarie University front row. He moves up and he's taken there by the C.C.E. defence. Second man off the ruck. Here comes Brendan Casey with a heavily strapped up ankle. He's lost the ball and he's put down the ground. What's the first scrum? First scrum of the day. This game with the C.C.E. loose in their feet. Referee having a word to both packs and telling them what he wants. Anyone who infringes will be penalised, I believe. I think the ball's in. And it's a C.C.E. win. He wants it again. If so, puts the ball in. And it's a C.C.E. win. That's good. He'll work at the blind side. Out it comes now to Bowdy. Out it goes to Sherrow. Sherrow has a run. He beats one. He's put down. He's about 5 yards in from touch. Gets up to play the ball. Out it goes to Mish. Mish runs around. Here's a run. Out it goes to Fitz. Fitz, he runs straight. He runs hard. He's a hard man to stop. Macquarie University will be doing their utmost to put him on the ground today. And it goes to Sharky. Sharky running around slowly. Out it goes to Bowdy, looking for support. Oh, it's a bit shallow. Anyway, they were a bit unorganised in that particular play. Anyway, it's a lost ball. Macquarie have possession. About 40 yards out from their own line. Play the ball now. And it goes to Steve Timone. He has a run. He runs straight. He beats one. Still going. He makes about 8 yards on that play. He'll get up to play it. So she look inside the 5-1 out wide, but referee lets it go. Misses one. Out it goes to the second runner. He's running hard. He's put on the deck. So she defence move back in one line. He gets up to play it. Out it goes in the halfback. He runs. Goes out. Oh, with the headgear. He's made a break. He's down the far side. He's looking for support inside. And it's touched. Oh, it's touched well there by Paul Gillen. I think it was Flasher who's making the cover. Well, that's a big run from the Macquarie University second row early on in the game. Pete Sheridan has a run. He's tackled there. He's about 20 yards out in the middle of the field from his own line. Plays the ball. Back it goes Ipso. Ipso turns a double run around. Out it goes with Goody. Goody looked for support. He's tackled down. Sharky plays the ball, looking for runners. Out it goes to Fitz. Fitz takes it up. He needs support. Fitz gets up to play the ball to Sharky. Sharky looks to the blind side for Ipso. Ipso shaped to kick it, but they come and they swarm on him. They want to get in before he can kick the ball. He's been doing well with his line kicks lately. Out it goes. Back now to Fitz. He looks for the big boot against this wind. They need the chasers. They're there. Pete Sheridan's there. Winger comes in. Oh, he's made a meal of it. He's dropped it. They moved him. They need to move in on him. Matthews got the ball, the fullback from Macquarie University. It's a good tackle from the C.C.E. Markers need to work. Marker defence is important. And it goes to Fitz. Oh, he's beaten one. He's beaten two. Mish takes him and puts him down. Need to move up and meet him, not wait for him. And he goes. He has a run. Oh, it's a good tackle from Flash. Well done. Flash and Brownie. He gets up to play it. He plays it back. Half back. He dummies. Second row with the headgear. He's played well so far. Oh, yeah, quick hands from Macquarie University. Outside. The ball going out to the winger. He's made plenty of yards. They need to get over there and put him on the deck. And he's gone in a touch. That's good cover from C.C.E.
Great cover defence by Craig Anderson. Then the guy was through, but he got across and ankle tapped him and put him into touch.
Okay, the scrum will go down now. It'll be a Macquarie. It'll be a C.C.E. loose in the C.C.E. feed. Hopefully they'll be able to come up with the ball. He's got the ball. He puts it in. Oh, it's a one against the feed. That's a bad miss. Anyway, the halfback's made yards. The forwards need to break, but I think they've lost it. I think that's a C.C.E. ball. Yes, it is. Very lucky for the team there. Anyway, back it goes to Brownie. Here's a run. He's met and he's put on the ground. Brownie plays the ball now to Sharky. Run around with Ipso. Picks up Sharky again. Out it goes to Fitz, but the referee wants them back five. The Macquarie outside backs. They're inside the line, and he gives A right penalty to C.C.E. About 30 yards out from their own line. Okay, Fitz takes the ball. It's a bad kick. See, it's gone backwards. They needed to bring that up to the halfway, but no, they've lost about 3 or 4 metres there. Sharky needs to go infield a bit more to take this kick. On the mark there, he wants it. Runs around Ipso, back to... Goes for a Freddie one, and it goes to... oh, Fitz has lost it. Macquarie defence has been good so far. Headgear's having a good game. They've got to concentrate on their task in front of them. Plays it back now, looking for Brendan Casey. He's strapped up and he runs well. Dummy half plays it now, and it goes into number 9, Chia. Here's a run, Tony Chia. He's put down, there goes the halfback. There's a switch on the other side to Boyle, and he's running straight and he's running hard, and they put him on the deck. And it goes to Hedger. He passes it out to the inside centre, out through to Maloney. Maloney dummies, and they can't put him on the deck, and he plays the ball. Dummy half's running cross field looking for runners to Chia. Chia here with the ball. Out it goes number 5, the winger. Number 5, Edmonds. He's put down. And he's finally put down. 5th tackle. What are they going to do on the 5th tackle? There's some holes out there in CC defence. Dummy run around. Ooh. Anyway, our main commentator is here. He's got a Tui's can in his hand. He's just about to take a seat. I'll put it over to Mr. Donkin.
Thank you, Richard. There's Brandon with the ball now. Into the quarter. Boyle, and now it goes to Fitzgerald. A slamming tackle by Macquarie University. Is that Boyle and Walker? Boyle. Sharky. Goes down to Peacock now. Oh, he's caught him offside. Well, this is Terry Tunkenusses, or whatever we called him last week. Lucky to be there this week. Think he must know the referees committee. We're very friendly. I'd like to send my congratulations to the 3rd grade, and especially to Pat Pryor. Well done, fellas, and I still reckon I'm man of the match. Okay, well this is awesome kick here. He's about 30, 38 metres. What do you think from the try line there, John?
Yes, it's a fair kick. They got the win, and this guy who's kicking the ball is the highest point-scoring person in the history of the university's competition.
This is not Brian Johnson, is it?
That's who it is.
Oh, he's awesome. Well, if he can put this over, he's got my man of the match already, John, if he can put this over. Well, taking a lot of time there. Billy Johnson. Well, he's taking a lot of time. 1, he's gone to the 2nd, 3rd. Straightens up, looks down at his boots. Taking a long time here. Slow but surely move in. Well, he's got the distance. He's got it. Well, I said he's got the man of the match if he kicks his. He was really confident. He's walked away. Even before that had gone over. Ah, here's his Sklar again, Mick, with the microphone. Do you believe this?
Well, not again, not again.
Two 2-0 to Macquarie now. Fired up confrontation. It's a huge kick that goes down. Short of try line. Well, he's let that go. Goes to the winger, Edmonds. He takes it up to the quarter line. That's not a bad run. It's Goodwin and Fitzgerald to bring him down on the quarter line. They take it out of the quarter line with Casey. Seen him run around before this, Casey. He's not a bad player. And goes out. Now, oh, that's a huge run by Boyle. Still making yards, but the defence just holding out for Cuzzle. Well, he's the kick winger, caught short. Here he is, Sheridan. The man will beat one player all the time. Well, he has. He's beaten 2. Caught by the 3rd. He's still going. What a player. O'Brien now, dummy half. He passes to Brown, the man that does no wrong. Well, he's got rid of that to O'Brien again. He doesn't know where to go. He's caught. About 12 short of the halfway. Fitzsimons with a hard struggling run. Well, driving him back. Ipso now with the ball, run around with Boylan. He picks up Flash. Flash beats one, gets it out well. Bow now with the ball. Copybook, well, what can you say about that? He's there all the time, isn't he, that young Bowd?
Still eating my steak sandwich, but he is there all the time, mate.
Okay. Well, that now as we wait, I think that's Fitzgerald with the ball. I can't see his flaming red. Well, it is Fitzgerald, a big flaming red. He gets it down to Ipso. This will be a kick. Ty, well, he hasn't got the distance, but he's got a lot of height. Well, it's come back in with Sheridan. Is he on or offside? Well, Ipso brought him on side and Sheridan refused to jump on the ball. And they've knocked it on. That was Marsh that knocked that on. Castleton just inside Macquarie University's half. Ipso to feed. Well, he's put that straight in the middle instead of in his second row, which he should have. Well, he goes Sheridan. And he lost ground. Well, he's just made up in the halfway. Now to Pray at dummy half. Finally got this right, shorts and socks. He steps and prods, makes no yard, goes backward if anything. Boylan now at dummy half. Goes to Ipso. It's Fitzson. Well, it's a nice run around. Brown with the ball. Still haven't made any yards in 3 tackles. Boylan now. Ipso, they're deep. Bowed. Flash out wide. He's run across field, but caught heavily. Well, he's going to keep going. This man is so elusive. Unbelievable. Boylan to Ipso. That's Goodwin. He gives a good ball to O'Brien. Oh, he's been brought down, though, by Hedger. Now to Ipso. He's controlling the game. He's put that... Oh, that's got to be a knock. No, well, he's let that go. Well, he's copped up possession. Sheridan with the ball. This is danger now for Macquarie Uni. Well, Mick, we talked about this bloke before, or have we talked about this bloke before?
Terry, I thought that was a line ball decision back there with the winger, but that was a joke, that last decision there from Terry. He's got no idea.
No idea. As I said earlier, mate, when you weren't here, he must know. His brother must be the committee man, the referees. Ipso now with the feed. Well, Rog, oh, well, he's got himself. I thought he should have given it then. Boylan now, dummy half, gives it to Brown, still running across field. Still running across, well, he's lost ground. Boylan now. The good one, he's straightened it up. Boylan now, dummy half, without the headgear today, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, the big flaming red. I think he has a twin brother in first grade. Anderson. Well,
2 twin brothers.
Right. Oh, Douglas, caught shallow. There's no way to run, son. You got to get deep. Boylan now, they're going to go the blind Ipso. Which way is he going to go? Well, he likes to chip. Oh, O'Brien's in! O'Brien, a try in the corner. That makes it 4-2. What a great defensive there. Well done there, O'Brien. Backed up well. Ipso elected the kick, then changed his mind and brought it back to O'Brien, which scores in the corner. Great try, Mick.
Well, O'Brien, a point-scoring genius. He did it last week and he'll do it again this week, mate. He'll do it all the time. He's
great, isn't he? He backs up all day. I really wish he'd get the ball a lot more in attack. But great try there. Good and limping around there. Could be a replacement later on. Just keep your eye on him. Okay, Brown now. Take the kick goal. Well, they had a bit of trouble last week with kickers. Has Brown improved at all?
I doubt it very much. I'm eating my second stage sandwich now. I've got a full mouth, but I don't think he'll improve.
Comments from John McMahon. What did you think about that try, John?
Well, I think the try is really credited to Craig Anderson. He ran across field, drew the defence, held the ball up, and then at the last minute when the defence were committed to him, he popped the ball out wide to O'Brien to go over for a good try. Yeah,
thank you, John. That was well read there. He did hold the ball. I think he's a danger man now, is Anderson. Well, I've always only known him as Ipso, but if that's what you want to call him, you call him what you like, but I'm going to stick with Ipso. Okay, Brown now on the sideline. He's about 2 metres in. His silence comes to over the crowd. Brown moves him. Well, that's a terrible kick. That'll go down in beeps, bloops and blunders of 1988.
Well, there's got to be a better goal kicker in this side. I don't know. Goody, perhaps?
Well, Goody, no, never Goodwin. Anyone. Give anyone a kick, but Brown, I think. Fitzsimons does kick his goal. I've been just told by my sideline eye, John McMartin. Well, the kick-off goes down. This is a deep, high kick to Prey. Misses this, could be dangerous, but well, Fitzsimons back there to cover up from the Prey's mistake. Well, he's brought it up beautiful. Dave Daly now on the road to the camera. I think he likes being on TV a lot. Sheridan. Boylan down to Brown, still running across field, but making yards this time. Boylan now at dummy half. Ipso screaming for the ball on the blind. Boylan runs around again, picks up Goodwin. He'll run straight. Well done, Goodwin. Boylan still playing a terrific hookers game here today. Gives it to Ipso. Well, he's going to kick. He'll have to. He had no support there. Still not deep enough. It's just short of halfway. He's been picked off by Boylan and Brown. Okay, they're swinging out now to the open. There's Goodwin and Flash and Bound. Okay, they move it across. Well, there's a dummy inside there. Oh, he's got rid of that ball. There'll be 6 to go. And they're praying O'Brien bustle him up though. He's short of the quarter line. As they move it up, well, that's a straight run. Oh, he's up to the quarter. Well, just luckily caught by Boylan. They're going to run up all day. Here's Casey. He's turned and switched it back in. Well, terrible defence. That was the last tackle too. Well, Macquarie Union in all sorts of trouble. They can't score that close to the line, mate, and making goofs like that but without electing to kick. Well, you know, what can you say about Macquarie Uni? Are they bustles?
Well, I don't know. I think they're pretty strong, Macquarie, and if you ask me, I think Polding, they're in trouble.
Well, I seem to disagree.
What I really meant there was that I've been watching my steak sandwich pretty closely. I haven't been watching the game for the last 5 minutes.
Right. Steak sandwich is taking a mighty long time that you didn't buy me one.
Well, they had them pre-made, mate, and they had lettuce and tomato on them. I know you don't like that healthy stuff.
Okay, thank you. Fitzgerald now to the quarter line. Boylan a dummy half. This will be a kick. Fitzsimons, well, he's been bundled up. Well, he still gets away with a kick. That's a huge kick. That's out in the full.
Might have been out on the full, but it would have looked nice if it went between the posts, mate. I think he can kick goals.
Terry Tungalis has just made a great decision. Touched in flight. Well done, Terry.
Oh, good decision, Terry.
Well, that's the only one he's made in this year so far. Well, good decision. They've made about 45 yards.
Anderson.
C.C.E.S, not polling. Thank you.
Hasn't been called polling college since 1981.
Thank you, John. He's got all the stats, hasn't he? This man here is magic with the stats. Well, Bowdy now, copybook player. He brings it up just over the halfway line. Fitzsimons now at dummy half. Gets it out. Now Sheridan Douglas running across. Refuses to give it to O'Brien. Well, he played the ball now to O'Brien. Now O'Brien with the ball. He's made a good 10 yards. He's up 10 yards into their halfway. Boylan now. Oh, O'Brien's still going. Oh, he's been hit by big defence there. It's a huge hit. Boylan now with the ball. Ipso. Well, they haven't been on site all day. This is Macquarie. Flash! Flashes through a gap. They'll be able to stop. He's picked up now. Bound. Trying on. Kev Holland's in the corner. Wow! No.
Terry's called it forward. Another bad decision from Terry. It wasn't a good pass from Bowdy, but I still thought it went back.
Well, come on. We're talking about copybook Bound here. He doesn't make mistakes like that. Come on, Terry, you goose.
Well, I got to say, that was not the most copybook pass from Bowdy. He probably could have held.
Oh, come on, Mickey doesn't do anything wrong in copybook passes. Wake up to yourself.
Still beautiful finish of Kev Hollands. He did well there.
Love the man. Good player, young Kev. Well, this is a really bad scrum. What's going on here? Who will come up with the ball? It says Macquarie. A lot of digging and paving in there. Well, yep, I was right. Once again, Macquarie with the ball. He's running backwards. Oh, he's thrown a wild and woolly pass. Bound now with a copybook tackle right around the ankles. Ipso's getting back into position. This has got to be a kick. Well, he's elected. This is going to be a fine kick. No, it's turned. Sheridan now with the ball. Will he beat the first one? Which he always does. Well, he has. No, he's beaten 2. He's up over the halfway line. Still looking, but no. Well, great run. Isn't this player? He's a player of the future. Tommy Martin, I think you've got to look at him for Cronulla. To pray now. Caught short. Hasn't done anything all day, but he's just playing a solid game. Doing nothing silly. Scroll. Ipso now. Oh. Well, I think if he would have given that was a try. He's still going. Ball now, dummy half. Brown, I think. Fitzgerald with the ball. He's up to the quarter line. Great run. They're on a roll now. Castle Hill. Which way are they going to go? Boylan now. He'll do the controlling. Well, just giving Boylan a big rep there, Mick, and he lets me down on that one. Well, son, think about it next time. Well, that's a big push. Macquarie with the ball, but they've been pushed right back into their own quarter. Brought down now. Who's that? Good, and he must have got out of that scrum like lightning. Still holding in there, Fitzgerald, Brown. Oh, well, there's a swing arm. This could be dangerous. If so, no, well, he hasn't cautioned him. Was very silly.
Popular choice, 1 by 4.
Popular choice just won the 4th race here out at Rose Hill. Kembla Grange, sorry. Diddly-diddly. Well, that's a great kick. He's only about 5 metres short of the halfway. Hedger now gives it to Casey. Boyle, sorry. Met by Brown. Cheetah. Well, he's lost the ball. Goodwin. Oh! Goodwin will still knock on in even situations like that. Goodwin, think about it, you goose. Okay, there's Casey now with the ball. He's picked a gap, so Boylan just have to wrap him up. He's still standing. Well, you got to put him to the ground. They're swinging it wide now to the open. It goes out. O'Brien, well, he's at fence. There's Kev Hollins. Where's he got the ball? No, it'll be a knock. Brought back for a knock on. Well, hasn't been much of a call from you, Mick.
No, well, I've finished my steak sandwiches now, and I'll be getting into it from now on. Just noticed a prey out here. He is looking very resplendent, isn't he? He's got all the correct gear this week. He's actually looking like a footballer.
Yes, mate, he is. I had to talk to him earlier in the week when we did an interview for the Daily Mirror, and he said to me, well, Donk, I've decided to look like a footballer, even though I can't play like one. And well done. I respect the man for that.
I respect him too. I don't respect him for anything else, but I respect him for that.
Well, there's a good decision, I feel, from Terry Tuckiness. He's got a ridiculous name, this referee.
Has got a very silly name, but that's not a silly kick. Well, it could have been better, but it's made about 15 yards. Now we'll have a move from the tap. What will it be? Kev Hollins brings it in like every good winger does. Beautiful. Back to the hooker. They've made 15 passes before the tap move. Imagine what the tap move's going to be like. Here it goes. That's Fitzsimons. God, it's all a blur of players. Borland at dummy half. It'll go to Ipsu, as always. Wrap around. That's Fitzgerald. He's going hard. I've heard he's only on for the first 20 minutes. That'll be up to the coach. Borland again around Ipso again, but it's inside to Sheridan. He's made a few yards. Wrapped up by the big men. Now Borland. Ipso controlling play. It's out to Bowdy. Copy book. Dargo passes it on to Nobsy. This is a great pass. Nobsy again, he's made another 20 yards. Always making yards. Kev Hollins backing up. Dargo inside. Brownie, what'll he do? Takes it himself. Makes a half back. He's lost the ball though. Terry Tuckiness doesn't know what to do. He's called it a double knock on. Why not? When in doubt, call double knock on.
Well, this is Terry's tactics, isn't it, Mick? A ridiculous referee.
Well, he doesn't like controversy, Terry, and the least controversial thing you can have is scrums. It's Macquarie win. Sideline eye, John McMartin's talking about something over there, can't hear him. Good tackle there. Must be backs ball for Macquarie because forwards are nowhere in sight. O'Brien around the bottom, no help though, but he's held him up. Now the winger, I don't know any of their names. This guy, Curly, he's made about 5 yards, maybe 10. Yeah, I would.
Come on, mate, he's sticking.
Chip over the top to Prey's got it covered, has he, or Sheridan? He'll beat the first. Oh, did you see that, sir?
Come on, Terry, think about it, you goose!
He's thrown out the ankles for a trip.
Oh, and he's given the penalty the other way!
He's given the penalty to Macquarie. He should have been off. Who was that with the trip? Haven't seen his number yet.
Was it number 3, I think, mate?
Well, touch judges could have come in. Number 3, who's that? That's Johnson.
No. Well, who did that? I think it was number 9. Well, that number 9 is
Chiha.
He's got a classic name. I think he must be related.
Well,
to
that's
the
incredible there. He knows Sheridan always... Chia. We've got a pronunciation correction there from Supercoach
well, he's
Dave
going
Daly.
to make them win the game, isn't he? This fucking Terry Tuckiness.
Well, that's incredible. We've just seen one of the worst things you can see in rugby league, an attempted trip. And what happens? Macquarie get the penalty.
Well, mate, I just... That trip came out and reminded me back there in the days with just a couple of weeks ago when Shearer put out his leg and put bloody... Oh, mate, I'm that frustrated. I can't even think of the
Desi
basket,
Hassler.
mate.
Desi Hassler.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was Greg Alexander. I knew it was a half-back.
In it now. We got everyone in it today. The microphone's just whirling around the crowd, me, everyone. I'll have a go. But anyhow, back to the kick.
Way, he got the 2 points before. Can he do it again?
No, mate. That's it's not Way. It's actually the leading.
I better get onto the right game, mate. Johnson. Eh? None of us. Dave Daly, silent eye, says he will kick this. Dave Daly says he can kick it from another 20 metres back. I wish he'd take it another 20 metres back. Might give us a bit of hope. Oh, we got another program. Lucky John McMartin opened it up on the right page, or else it would have been called an SRA again.
He's magic in this bloke. He's so organised.
I tell you what, good call from Dave Daly. He's made that and he could have got it from 20 yards back. That's 4-all.
Well, I'm just discussing the referee, mate. He's going to make sure they come back there.
4-all. 4-all. Silent Dave Daly missed one of the goals, but that's all right.
Don't even acknowledge the means around us, will you? He's a goose. Thanks, Dave. As he wanders down with no mates. I think they call him Scott Daly. Scott no mates.
Well,
Daly.
Yeah, Duggo goes with this kick. Maybe he can kick goals. No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Well, Johnny Martin's left us. We'll be in all disarray now.
He's gone down to check with the timetable or something.
Well, he's good to us, isn't there, Johnny Martin? Well, they just made a break. Here's his Chicha with a great run. Well, excitement in the crowd. I don't know what about. I think Robert...
They're excited about our call, mate.
That's a great... Well, Fitzgerald's got to get back in position better. Dupre caught once again out.
Well, Dupre, he's never back on his wing. He's looking like a footballer, but like you said...
He's not a footballer, is he? Well, I don't think he's a footballer's arsehole myself. But
well,
is he going to be out of Maris Bowl this year?
Oh, well, that's a bit of a controversy. I don't know. It's got to go to the board. All Belgians may be banned from the Maris Bowl. It's yet to see. It's possible they could all be banned from the University Cup as well. I don't know.
Well, let's hope so. Anyhow, well, they got the feed now. And they've won. I guess this could be a try, but Dupre just making...
Dupre saved it there. He did well.
Yeah, he's actually pulled down his pants. Nice white undies. Well, he's number 5, Edmonds, making a dashing run. Well, the hooker now, Hedger. They look going to the blind. No, he switches to the open. Well, that's a terrible pass. They've lost about 15 metres. Well, Brown, there's Brown again.
Well, Brownie's always on the spot, wasn't he? He was the first forward up there. He's brilliant.
He is a great player. He'll hold his team together. They move it out the backs now. That's Johnson. He gives it out. This is trouble, but Kevin Holland.
Kevin Hollands wraps it up. You could see the centre was going to go in. He came off his wing. Beautiful.
Mate, he got my man of the match last week, and I think he's going to go close this week doing things like... He's still looking for work. Look at him move in. Well, there's a... Dupre!
Bad luck from Dupre. He was thinking there at least. Good attempt.
He'll think all day, won't he? Probably won't play good football, but he'll think all day. Well, as
he's thinking about, I'm not too sure, but it certainly ain't football.
Well, as they pat this scrum down about 5 metres out from the line, it's Macquarie's feed. They've won the ball. Yeah. Well, he's caught to the blind. Here's Dupre caught. Oh, that's a try! Well, Dupre just sat there well. Michelle Dupre, come on in your head. Bowdy missed. He slipped over. Dupre just swats. He didn't stay on his wing. He should have called Bowdy the inside player and stayed on his wing where they all went for one player. And Matt Peacock to score the try. Thanks, Australian geek. Let us do it with a microphone. He annoys me, that bloke, doesn't he?
He annoys me too. He's got his Australian jerseys. He's an Australian rep sideline commentator. I'll give him that, but he should still leave it to us.
Shakes hands real well. Well, I thought Castle all over him then. They deserve to sort of be up here in this quarter. A few silly mistakes has let them back down into their own quarter. And Macquarie come up trumps. That puts them ahead 8 for me.
Well, there's a lot of pressure on. That was a good little run from Peacock. He could see the weakness out on the blind side and he took it through for the 4 points. And now Johnson, he won't miss this.
Well, mate, I really got to stress that Ibso there went a bit high on that young halfback there, which is Marsh, which he should have gone and just taken him out of the game. But he stood up, offloaded there to Peacock. Peacock ran across and stood up to Prey and Bow. Well, you know, Bow did the right thing, came across. But I mean, he's got to take one play. He can't take the two, and no communication between the Prey and Bow.
That's right. I mean, Gareth Marsh, he did very well from half back there. And a good try all up from Macquarie, and perhaps a bit of a lapse in defence from Polding, but they'll come. C.C.E. Sorry, they'll come back.
Well, that Marsh, his mother's in a lot of ads, and he's a celebrity too out here today.
He is, Gareth. He's a good boy, Gareth.
Here's a kick-off now. Douglas to kick off. That's
definitely not a goal kicker.
Definitely not a goal. Well, it goes back down now to Edmonds. He runs it across field. He's still making yards. Around again. He's over the quarter, but he meets Goodwin now on a crash tackling bit of defence.
Oops, sorry. He's handed the commentary to me. And Prey yet again found Lapsam. He's got to hang back there. That's a beautiful kick again. Sheridan will get it. Will they try to trip him this time, spear him or something? Let's just play football. Well, he's beaten the first tackle again. He always does. And he's through again. Well, he's made another 20 yards. Good run from Sheridan. Now to Prey. What'll he do? He's made another 10. Oh, I'll tell you what.
Get out of the road!
Terry Tuckiness, he's in the way. I thought he'd call that up as a scrum for touch the ball.
And when he's in the mucks with his right, get out there, Terry.
Well, he certainly kept up with the play there, I guess. Well, they're 40 yards out from their own in goal line, C.C.E. What'll it be? It's going blind. Ball into Fitzgerald. Bit of a fumble.
I've just got Silent Eye and Cameron Anderson just to call. What do you think about the first half and what Newcastle will do to get back into this game?
Well, what they did in the first 10 minutes, I mean, all they got to do, they got Flash down there. Flash has made a couple of brilliant runs. He went quiet at the end of the match, but at the end of the first half, he made the great run down here. Bowdy threw the forward pass. It was a try to Castle Hill. I mean, it's fundamental errors. It's all it is. Ipso, well, he's not finding touch with the ball. Well, the other kicker, he's finding touch. That's how they got the try up here earlier on. He's got to find touch, and he's got to work with Bowdy with his outside backs, and he's got to work also with the forwards. He's the organiser. He's going to be the one to determine the second half. I reckon Castle Hill can do it. They're only 2 tries down. We know what they're like. They came back in the final last week. Brownie pumping, and and Goody and Flash working together. I reckon they'll come back and they'll take this grand final, and it'll be victory to Castle Hill.
What do you think Phil Hayes will be saying to his players right now?
Well, I think he'd be telling them to calm down. They'd probably be a bit frustrated. Macquarie definitely with a psychological advantage in the second half. He'd be just telling them to calm down, play to the game plan, what they were doing in the first 10 minutes. They lost it towards the end of the first half there, but they'll get back into it if he just calms them down.
What about the break? I think he could have cost the try that put University on top of Castle. What do you think should happen to Michelle Prey?
What can you expect from a Belgian? I mean, he's been barred from the Morris Bowl. We won't see him again. Look, he's running into the ref. I mean, what's he trying to do? I thought he was going to chip over him and try and regather. God, I got no time for Belgians at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Cameron Anderson. Thanks very much. Now to the second half. Well, Mick, we got the comments from Cameron. I think he picked it out and won. But what's your comment on Phil Hayes? Do you think Phil Hayes has said the right thing at half time?
Well, who knows what Phil actually. I got a fair idea the sort of things Phil Hayes would be saying. There'd be a few swear words in there. It wouldn't be a place for the faint-hearted. But, I think these boys need a rousing like that. So let's just see if they're fired up. Do you think they're fired up?
Terry Tuckiness to start the game off. He blows his whistle, goes to Boyle, and he knocks back, dives on the ball. Well, I don't know whether that was well done or not, but Goodwin now, dummy half. He gives it to Brown. Moves up. He's met hard by Macquarie Uni. They're still fired up in the second half. Ipso now, Boylan with a run around. Flash now out wide. He's breaking one. He slips. He's still going. He's up. Makes the quarter. He must. Oh, he's still going. Well, what a player this Flash is. He's got to be looked at hard by John McMartin for Cronulla next year. Boylan now. It goes to Ipso. Bad pass. Baxter's on the field. Here's Fitzsimons. He'll run all day. They move to the halfway line. Luke Baxter played a fine part in the third grade victory. Well,
too big. I tell you what, he's got a big boot on him, Baxter. I think he could be the goal kicking, the solution to the goal kicking problem. He might be a bit erratic, but I think he'll have the power in the goal kicking.
Mate, I was seeing him before the game. He was really fired up. He was fired up in the third grade, came on and drove the boys to a victory in the later stages of the third grade. And he's a man to be reckoned with now. Last week, not having a real good game, but I think comments came from everyone about his last week's effort, and I think he's improved by 100% on last week's effort.
I'd agree with you wholeheartedly there. He could well be the key to this victory. If he can get the forwards moving forward, then we can get it out to the backs. And of course, Flash will be hanging out in the backs where his pace and power can be used.
Well, John McMahon's finding programs everywhere. He's amazing, this man. Stats number 1. Well, here we go. I think that's Casey with the ball. No, actually it was Boyle. Now I think that's... that was... oh my God, that was...
Well, Paul's totally stopped commentating there, so I thought I'd just rip the microphone off him. This is Hedger. Hedger passed it out of the back line. I don't know their names either. Oh, gee, that's a poor kick. That could be out on the full as well. Oh, my God, what was he trying there? Well, as Jeff Cowling, sideline eye, said that's a sure sign of a team in trouble. Well, I don't know if Macquarie Uni's in trouble, Paul.
Well, this could be good... oh, my God.
Yeah, Paul's having a bit of trouble with it. This could be good for C.C.E, you're right. If they can get the ball. They have done so, I believe. That's Baxter out. Sheridan, he'll beat the first tackle, will he? He's got it inside to Baxter. I tell you what, he's making a few yards.
They've got to give it to Kevin Ollins. He'll win you a game from anywhere.
Well, Kev Ollins, he's itching for the ball, but it's gone back inside for Brownie. Brownie gets tackled. They're about 23 metres out from the Macquarie goal line. Ball, and now it's Bax's ball. Baxter in there. Beats the first tackle. He always does. He's going forward.
We're starting to step back in. Come on, Loogie, baby. Think about it.
Well, once he breaks that first tackle, then he's got to look to offload, I think. Now Flash. He runs full. Geez, I tell you what, he almost made it through. They're about 90 metres out. They've made 4 yards in 5 tackles. That's the last tackle. What do? Ball's in the air. It's out to the winger. I tell you what, he's put it down. That's a try. That's a try for Sheridan.
Oh! Terry Tungan, piss off!
Well, that's pretty dramatic commentary there from Paul Donkin. Terry Duncan is, I don't know what he's called, that sideline eye Cameron Anderson, what's he called?
Oh, it wasn't Terry Tuncan's call, it was the touch judge's call. He flagged it dead after the play, after he grounded it. So that's where it came from, nothing to do with Terry.
That's a low-flying aeroplane in the background. You could have think they could have banned that for grand final day, Paul.
Well, I think Cameron Anderson is right. It wasn't Terry's call. He's overruled his 2 touch judges. There was no signal by them at all. And I think he's made more mistakes here today than he could ever make in his life again.
Well, I tell you what, it's holding C.C.E back on the ball. They're 22 yards out. Now Goodwin, he's running hard. Gets driven back, though. This Macquarie defence, it's keen. Call from John McMahon for it to go the same way. It has done so. Duggo
refuses to pass the ball.
But he does pass the ball. Well, they've got to get it flowing a bit more smoothly, C.C.E. They're just not making any yards. Flash will make yards, though. He always does. He hasn't that time, though. I tell you what, they're being driven back here, C.C.E. They're just not making any yards. It's back inside to Fitzsimons. He's made yards, though. That could be last tackle. That's 4th tackle. It's out to Ipso. Ipso on to Baxter. He steps, he props, he's got power. He's still got the ball alive. There's my new beer. That's Terry Tunkinus. He's giving us a lot of tackles this time. Sorry, my soda water. Got it on. That's the last tackle. They're about 2 yards out. What do they try? Baxter's got the ball. He's a genius. Oh, boy. He's a genius. I think he was thinking a bit too much about it there, though. Well, they've lost the ball. What can you say? Paul Donkin's got one of his original steak sandwiches. That's a steak sandwich with lettuce, tomato and onion. Hold the lettuce, tomato and onion, please. Now Macquarie, C.C.E. must keep them down here. Let's see if they can. Fitzsimons around the bottom, but he misses him. Ipso and Goodwin finally get him down. And now they're in a bit of disarray here, Macquarie, but they get the ball out. They might have been in disarray, but they're making yardage. Bowdy around the bottom. But the ball is still alive. That's the last tackle. Well done, C.C.E. You've kept them down here. Here comes the kick. Charge down, please. That's another poor kick. That's out on the full. Jeff Cowling sideline eye. That's a sure sign. Well, here's C.C.E.'s chance, Paul. Can they do it from here?
Well, mate, I think the solution is the backs. The forwards are too big for Macquarie. They're trying to play a super-sized pack. Look at the push in that scrum. That just says it all. I think our backs are going to do the damage, and they've got to give it out when we retrieve the ball.
Well, they've won the ball against the feed there, Macquarie. That's a terrible blow for C.C.E. Oh, gee, Terry!
Terry's down! That's the greatest thing I've ever seen in rugby league.
Oh, that's got to be good for rugby league, doesn't it? Terry down, he could be out for life. That's big Casey again. He's made yardage all day. They're 40 yards out from their own in-goal line. It's still going blind. Good work from Duggo and the two centre partner, Duggo and O'Brien there. They're about 45 yards out now. Macquarie, I tell you, they're a bit disorganised. They must have taken a... Well, I tell you what, it's gone out to the winger. That's Russell, or is it Edmonds again? He's having a blinder, isn't he? He's still going. Flash will get him though. He's got the ball away. Edmonds having a blinder. That's Swan.
Oh, he's still going low. I wish he'd go low.
Well, they've made 15 yards there. Now it's out to the back's ball.
Oh, the Prey's ringing again. They've found them weakness and they're going to kick to it all day. The Prey not back in position once again.
Well, I tell you what, they haven't dared bother to kick down to Kev Hollands. He's always in position and they know he's always going to make yards. They're going to put it down to Prey all day. C.C.E., they've got a pretty strong wind behind them this half. That may help them come through. Let's hope so. Well, they've got the ball this time. Why couldn't they win that ball up in the other half? Ipso gets tackled. There, 22 yards out. Bowdy goes for a scarper. Makes a couple of yards.
Hasn't been seen much today, Bow.
Well, it's very hard to get that copybook passes going in this sort of pressure. Brownie takes it up. I tell you what, they're just not making yards.
No fire in their attack at all, mate.
Baxter, he'll clear the ball. He's got a big boot on him. He doesn't particularly use it there, but he's made touch, and that's what counts. That's old Bendy Legs over there with the red flag. He's a classic. His knees bend backwards instead of forwards.
Well, mate, the referee and touch judges here today got to be the three worst ever. That's why they wear red, loser red colours.
Well, let's see if C.C.E. can make it back now and win this one against the feed. They've got their push, but they haven't got the feed. Well, there goes another one of those planes. That's a bloody travesty.
Can't hear you, the plane's too loud.
Sorry, couldn't hear you. The plane was too loud. Well, Terry Tunkiness, he couldn't hear anything either, so he thought he'd better give a penalty. And he has done so. He's given it to Macquarie. This will be Johnson. He's having a big game. Point scoring machine. Well, they're having a bit of trouble with their kicks for line. In general play, they tend to kick it out on the full. And when they're kicking for touch from a penalty, they're not making too many yards. They do kick it out on the full as well, I must admit. This is Edmonds again. He's having a big game. Good tackle from Ipso. Now comes out. They're running it through the big forwards again, even though he was a back. Well, offside, Bowdy. A good tackle, but he was offside. Bad luck, Peter.
Well, Terry Mussing on the Macquarie Uni, that's all I can say.
Well, Terry did get his referee certificate at Macquarie Uni, and the Bachelor of Referees course. You know, he didn't, Silent Night Cameron Anson, he did not get it from a Kellogg's packet. Oh, well, there goes the kicking for touch Blues again. He's made about 3 yards there. Well done, blue flag. This will be Hedger. Now, let's see if little young Russell here is as good as Edmonds. Well, he isn't. I tell you what, they're going the blind again. That's tricky move. Whoa. Well, it's true. Oh, I tell you what, Kev Hollands is underneath, but that's Marsh down. Gareth Marsh's goal.
Oh,
well,
what a player that Sheridan. Well, Peacock could have gone inside, which I think would have been the right move, but he elected to go outside. Gave Sheridan all the opportunity. Wanted the big target. He was a moving target. Sheridan picked him off beautifully. Well, he's hurt too. Well done, Sheridan.
Well, well done to Sheridan, but well done by Macquarie too. I tell you what, they're looking sharp in attack. Oh dear, the beer's gone everywhere, but luckily I haven't opened it yet.
The soda water.
Soda water, the soda water.
Boiling with a little scurry. He's caught though. It's Fitzsimon's dummy half. Gives it to Ipso. It's a run around. Baxter now. Propping and starting again. Okay, ball on a dummy half. Here's Big Brownie on the inside. He's been caught on the quarter line there by Casey. Ipso now. Lexter kick. Over Peacock said. Well, it's not Peacock, it's Russell. Refusing to find touch. The chase is not as strong as it should be. Here's Kevin Hollands. He'll go low. Beautiful tackle. Kevin Hollands, what a player.
Well, he's having a blinder yet again. He could be going for the man of match 2 weeks in a row, even though Flash got it last week, but Kev was right up there.
Well, Kevin Hollands, mate, he maybe not young and, oh, Jesus, a great hit. Brendan Casey's felt that. I tell you, that was a great hit.
Well, Baxter's G'd up, and we need a bit of that from C.C.E.
There's Macquarie Uni seem to be going open, then switching to blind. Good movement. The rest of the world use a move just not similar to them in that last attack where they made 50 yards.
Well, Dupre's back finally, so they're going to run the ball because they saw Dupre was back. This is trouble. I tell you what, Russell's got to go. He's held down. That's not Russell, that's Gareth Marsh.
Yeah, Mrs. Marsh, mate, she's got the chalk. Here's Goodwin. Boylan now, he's sharing and he'll beat one. He'll beat the first. He's come in to do the fours jobs. Well, he has. He's beaten one. He is magic. The man is just magic. But he can't win them the game.
Collins has moved in. This is danger for Macquarie. Here he goes now. He takes a step.
Look at him through! Oh.
He's beaten the first tackle. He always does. Let's get him more in the play.
Boylan too slow around the rucks, that's my saying, but he's flashed now with a scurrying run. Boylan now. He'll give it to Ipso, but hope it's not another run around. He's too slow. Ipso now, bowed. Oh, they've caught him wide. Douglas goes without the ball. Well, to my mind, they went back. Terry Tuckiness doesn't agree.
Thomas is coming on. Whose place will he take? Dupre's?
Andrew Boylan, we just made a... Johnny Martin just sent out the message, Andrew Boylan off. Thomas on. Great effort there by Boylan. Fine game. Bit of clapping, eh? Thank you, John McMartin. Peter Serace, no, he didn't turn up, Mick. Well, what's this call? Whose feed is it? Well, it's Macquarie's feed.
Score update. Anyone, 16-4.
Yeah. It's all right, Cameron Anderson.
Well, Macquarie's got it all over Castle Hill in the second half again. Their attack's unreal, their defence is tight, and Castle are just going nowhere, I'm afraid.
Thank you, Cameron. I think he's picked it all in one, ladies and gentlemen. A fine reader of rugby league. And they go spin out wide, a bit of a mix-up, and they drop the ball. Castle refuses to time the ball. Well, it's taken flash. Now Thomas now. He's gone to dummy half. Baxter. Well, he's finally put the arm the right way, Mick.
Well, thank you very much, Terry. This is what C.C.E. needs. What will they do? They're going to go for touch. They really didn't have much choice. Baxter, he'll make you a lot of yards all day. Let's see if they got a special move to put on. We can only hope so, because God knows they need one. Well, he's made a lot of yards there, 10 yards out now. Kev Hollins brings it in like every good hooker, halfback. What is he?
Winger, mate, winger, yeah. He's probably...
We can play those other positions.
That's right, he's just so elusive, you don't know what position he plays. Here's a move, they're going to go to the blind. Fitzsimons, but he's been caught. They seen that coming, it was too slow, too open. If you're going to put a move on, you've got to go on the outside of him. Here we go now, Ipso. He gives it a Baxter. He's turned back inside. Oh, but he's been caught well. Now Thomas, it'll go to Ipso. Good passing. Bow now, copybook. He's through the gap. Oh, where's the inside runner? Well, they've got to keep going the same way. Here's now Ipso. He gives it out. That's... Oh, I can't even pick who that is. I think that's Sheridan out wide. They must score if they do anything. Well, Brown, I think he was caught in two minds then, whether to throw the ball or run it, or he deleted a dummy and the ball just popped out.
Well, Brownie's used one of those passes when you're playing that game where if the bloke you pass it to drops the ball, you get to beat him up. He's given one of those passes to Bowdy, and what do you know, Bowdy did drop it. Well, actually, he didn't even get the chance to pass it. Drop it. Go.
That's right. Well,
I could have some more soda. I can't talk straight.
Well, Macquarie's still making a lot of yards. Castle can't control them. But then again, here's a kick. Well, there you go. There's mistake after mistake. Hey?
Well, man of the match in third grade is coming on. Kenny Rodney will take Duggo's place, and that can't be a bad thing.
That's probably a smart move by Phil Host. I wish he would have used it a bit earlier. Johnny Martin.
Well, he has to do something at the moment. The centres aren't functioning very well, and Kenny Rod's an experienced player. I think it's essentially to make some changes now because it's too big a deficit.
Thanks, John. Good comment there. Well, he's taking that out of the scrum. Kev Ollins, he's there again, isn't he? Hey, Kev Ollins, well done. Oh, is this bloke going to get off the microphone or what, Mick?
Oh, I don't know. God, it's a new guy, is it? Oh, no, he's just got a jacket on. Anyway, Macquarie, 45 yards out from C.C.E.S goal line. Chia takes it up. Now they're 41 yards out. Yet again, Kevin Ollins in the tackle. Goody over top. Marshy takes it up, but the C.C.E. defence up to the task, and that was Hollands in there again. Now they've kicked to Hollands' wing though, and he's not there. Why isn't he there, I wonder? Ipso's got it covered though. They've made good yardage.
Where was Kev Hollands?
Kevin Hollands usually can cover that, even though he was 30 yards infield.
They're doing the forwards work. I don't think you can blame Kev Hollands, but then again, they're reading the play so well, aren't they, this Macquarie side?
Well, they are Macquarie. When Dupre's up in the line, they kick towards his wing, and when Hollands isn't back in position, they kick it towards his wing. They're doing very well, Macquarie. If so, they need this feed. C.C.E., they have got it. Baxter stayed out of the scrum there. Bowdy went in. Bowdy's gone into lock. Well, I don't know what he was doing wrong. Apparently Phil Host wasn't too happy with his 5/8 play. Now Baxter, he's taken over the organisational role. It's into Brownie. If he calls that organisation, I don't know what it is. Thomas.
No commitment there today, mate.
Here goes the kick. That's another good kick, but it'll bounce in again. No, it has found touch. Well,
it's about time. Let's get on top, Castle Hill.
Anderson, a good kick. Yeah, good point by Silent Nine, Cameron Anderson, who was right up there. Kev Hollands yet again.
Mate, he should be promoted to first grade. I think if he can put on the boots next year, Dave Daly, Jeff Cowling will probably be coaching the first grade. So I think Jeff's going to go our way and put him into first grade.
Well, we have a bit of a shock announcement about that, actually. Dave Daly, Phil Host and Pat Prio all hanging up their refereeing boots at the end of this year. And the coaching boots. And the 3 grade referees will be Jeff Cowling, first grade, Paul Donkin, second grade, and any
John Martin,
third grade, why not? Well, I tell you what, who's that? Casey, he's put the chip through.
Johnson.
Kev Hollands has got it covered though, has he? No, Brownie's back there, well done. I tell you what, Johnson, he's doing everything right. Well, it was Fitzsimons back with the cover. Well done, Silo Knight, Cameron Anderson. Brownie's 30 yards upfield. But when in doubt, always compliment Brownie.
Mate, you must, because he is a workhorse, isn't he? I think Goodwin hasn't pulled up his socks today. He hasn't done the right thing. I think that start with Thomas's loosely, attempted tackle, if you can call it a tackle. That's a high kick. Well taken desperately there by Flint. He'll take it right up the quarter. Who's chasing? No one but Kevin Hollands. He's there again. Ipso still got the swinging arms in. Back to you, Mick.
Thank you, Paul. Well, that's cheer again. He went for a trip early on in the match, but he's made up for it now. And now they go through the big forwards. He's passed it to himself there. I thought he offloaded pretty well to himself, but the referee's seen something wrong with that.
He's regathered. He's done well.
He's done well. I thought that was a knockback for mine, Paul, but I'm not going to argue with Terry.
Don't you dare argue with me, mate, because if you do, you won't find yourself talking with the microphone, talking out your ass.
Well, that ball's come out the same tunnel, but he's let it go on. Ipso, this ref's favouring C.C.E. now.
Oh, as if he's favouring him. Come on. Wake up to yourself.
Well, Thomas at dummy half. He's offloaded to Brownie. Brownie will take it up because he's got no support. Makes about 6 or 7 yards. Must go to backs ball because there's no forwards in sight. No, it has gone. There is one forward. Fitzsimons, I tell you what, he's made 15 yards. Shows to offload. No one there, though. Now it's coming back to the right. Goody goes for a pass. Got to get that out of his game. Thomas. Well, Ipso, he's going to put in another beautiful kick, I'd say. Well, it was a beautiful kick, but it went out on the full. Jeff Cowling, Silent Eye, says that's a sure sign of a team in trouble.
Sorry, Cameron Anderson.
I just can't. There's nothing to say. It's nothing to say. It's just Macquarie have got it all over Castle Hill now. I mean, look, flustered Ipso kicks it out in the full. There's problems now in the Castle Hill camp. I think they're resigned to the fact that they're going to lose this grand final.
Well, let's hope not. Let's never resign ourselves to that possibility.
There's a comedy of errors, as you said before, Mick, in the last couple of weeks, comedy of errors. And if we really want to see a good comic, we'd go to the comedy store.
Well, that's right, Paul. It's a comedy of errors, but none of us are laughing up here in the commentary box. Well, they're 40 yards out now, Macquarie. Who's that? That's Hedger. He offloads to Chiha. I love that name. Well, I tell you what, I love that player too. He's made another 15 yards. Hedger again at dummy half. It's still coming to the left. That's Marsh. Marsh has had a big game. He's taken it up another 5 yards. I tell you what, he's still going. Fitzsimons over the top. He's made about another 5 yards. Hedger again at dummy half. Oh, Johnson, what can he do? He's almost got that. Now Sheridan, oh, well done, sir. Thank you. Well, we're conferring with our 17 sideline eyes here. Let's have a vote. No,
By the referee.
correct decision by the referee. Thank you, John McMartin.
Banging on the referee, I think it stinks.
Well, I agree with John McMartin there. That was the correct decision. Something stunk there. Pooh. Well, here it goes out to Johnson. Johnson's made more yards. Now C.C.E. are in trouble. They must hold them out here. Must get that ball back and must get that ball down the field. Oh, good call from the sideline.
Hey, that's a great call. Write that one down.
Good call from the sideline. I didn't quite get it. Sideline eye. Anyone get that?
Yes, I got that. Touch football starts tomorrow, fellas. Well done, Terry O'Brien.
Well, good call, Terry O'Brien. We all enjoyed that. The crowd got a good... Anyway, back to the play. Steve Thomas, they're about 30 yards out. Ipso on the flash. This guy will run all day. He's turned it back inside, though. But he has made another 15. And he's offloaded to Sheridan. Sheridan will go all day. They're about 40. They've made about 20 yards there. Kev Hollins, he'll do something right. He always does. Ipso, props. Good ruling, Terry.
Well, mate, there's just no runners. There's no organisation. Everyone's just hoping the other mate does his job, you know, and you don't win rugby league games like that.
Well, they're 55 yards out here. Will Brownie go for the goal kick?
I very much doubt that, Mick.
If it's 5 yards out, would Brownie go for the goal kick?
I very much doubt that, Mick.
Well, I tell you what, that's not out.
Sure sign, that is a sure sign.
Jeff Cowling, sideline eye, that's a sure sign. Thank you, Jeff. Kev Hollins, he will not miss this man. Kev Hollins ploughs him into the ground. 11, Casey's got a dummy half. He'll go for a scarper, will he? He does so, but Kevin Hollins is... I tell you what, I think Kev Hollins missed a tackle there.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't commit himself, so that really doesn't go down as a missed tackle, Mick.
Well, fair enough. Is that like that?
That's a missed tackle, that's a missed
That was Ipso, he's in trouble too. Well, that could have gone forward there, but it's out to Big Swan. He's already scored a try. There's your chance. Kenny Rodney had a blinder in the third grade, and he's going to have a blinder here today too. He's made 20 yards. Well, all the support's 15 yards back. He's given the penalty there. He's offside.
Oh, will they take the kick?
They may as well take the... Well, I tell you what, he's offside again. Oh, Terry Tunkiness. Sideline eye, John McMartin.
Standing 2 metres from him. Disgraceful, that was.
Good call, John McMartin. He was offside. He's dropped the ball, and Terry Tunkiness has allowed it to go on. Macquarie's ball, that's a joke.
Well, did someone tell me when it's 5 minutes to go, I'm going down to hide in Terry Tunkiness' bloody locker, and when he opens that locker, mate, I'm going to knock the bastard right out.
Thank you, Paul Donkin, getting a bit over-emotional there. Back to the play. Well, there's someone on the sideline. Could we have a check there? Sideline eye, Jeff Cowling. That's Sykesy. Who will he be on for? John McMartin seems to always know these things. Bowdy over the top. No one knows who's Sykesy.
Probably Goodwood.
Probably Goody. We've got 15 sideline eyes and no one knows. Taken out of the play, but Bowdy's got the ball. Let's go. Come on, swing it out. Brownie's got it. It's going out now. Here's a back. Flash, he'll go all the way. He'll go all the way. Oh, Flash. Why couldn't he get involved more often? He always makes ground. He's done it again.
Will that save them? I don't know, but it's going to help the scoreline, isn't it? Keep going.
Well, that was a great try there from C.C.E. There's a bit of controversy on the sideline here. Here we go. It's the old... We need the call about Sykes. He's putting his jersey on inside out. Could someone please make the classic call?
Well, mate, the old classic call is that they don't have enough reserve jerseys, so he's just run on with a third-grade jersey. Yeah, inside out.
I thought the old call was, excuse me, mate, you've put your jumper on inside out.
That's probably a good one, but any footballer knows, you know, that wearing your jumper inside out makes you a better footballer.
Sideline eye, Cameron Anderson.
Hey, hasn't that reserve got his jumper inside out?
Thank you, Cameron. Well, ever alert, isn't he, Cameron Anderson? Always on the spot. Which Cameron Anderson? There is a Cameron Anderson lookalike here today, but we won't go on about that. Oh, well, I was just about to say, a bit of a shock, Brownie getting dropped from the goal kicking, and after that kick, it was a bit of a shock. Well, he's grubbed it through there, Baxter. That's going back to his soccer days. He still missed the goal, though. It was easy with those round balls, wasn't it, Luke? Anyone got any idea of the score? Silent eye, Terry O'Brien. Ken Donkin kick.
Well, he can. He actually can. He can run, kick, do anything you want him to do. But they refuse to put him on in second grade, but maybe first grade.
Maybe first grade. Well, they've got a kicker first grade. Knee strapped. He's still got his knee strapped, Paul Donkin. He may be on. Oh!
Well, we're dumbfounded.
Well, I can't believe that. In all my days of football, I don't believe I've seen Kevin Hollands make a mistake.
No, mate. Poor old Kev, I don't think he maybe got one last night and he's just still thinking about it.
Now, he's a married man. Or at least I presume he is. Anyone that old should be married. Well, anyway, Macquarie have won the ball here, have they? They have. Well, it's just about time for them to start settling.
Kev's just made up for what a hit.
Well, Kev will go all day, won't he? He'll be on the sideline for first grade, surely. With you. Maybe Kev Hollands can goal kick. He can do everything else. Anyway, Macquarie are 10 yards out. That's gone on to Chiha. Chiha, I love that name.
Pronounce it. Chicha.
Chiha.
No. Chicha.
Chicha. Well, he hasn't got...
No. Chicha. Watch my lips. Chicha.
All right, whatever his name is, he hasn't got the ball anymore, so who cares? Hedger at dummy half. It'll go out. That's Swan now. He's scored a try. Unselfish football. You could call it silly. Well, they've kicked it downfield. That'll be... No. Oh, look at this.
Bit of a tussle.
Bit of a tussle.
A great half.
Ah, well, two big men, eh? A bit of a swag on us there. Is our commentary that bad? Anyway, Macquarie have got the ball yet again. Surprise, surprise. And they're about 15 yards out from C.C.E.'s goal line. I think they're in trouble. Well, there's... I don't know how to explain it, Paul.
We won't explain it, mate. We'll just get back to the football here. Johnson with a wall and Willie pass. That's gone to... Oh, he's flicked it back. This is trouble. Try them in the corner. Shut the gates. Say goodbye, Castle Hill. Good days in 88 competition are over. Macquarie Uni, well done. 88 premiers. Nothing can be done now.
Well, that's the ball game, and there's not much you can say. I tell you what, though, there's about 7 men in suits walking into the ground. I don't know what's going on here. This is amazing.
Australian selectors.
Australian selectors. Well, I tell you what, I don't know what they're doing here. Oh, they've missed the third grade. They've missed the game where all the rep players are going to come from. What's going on?
Well, you know, they got caught in a bit of a wedding somewhere along the line.
Well, back to the football. Johnson will get these two, probably. He gets them from everywhere. And C.C.E. in disarray. They're not going to come back. That's the ball game. Too bad we couldn't do it in all 3 grades, but I'm sure we'll have a good night tonight anyway.
Well, I know I'm going to be scanless, so good luck to all you other fellas out there to be scanless. Mick, do you want to get this away from my mouth?
Sorry. Paul's having a cigarette, so let's go to sideline Jared Anderson.
Hello.
Hello, he was too far away from the microphone.
Yeah, when you give it someone's a big chance on television, they give up with a hello. Well, Johnson now to move him with this kick. He's about to a yard off touch. He's brought it back. He's taking a lot of time. Well, I don't know whether we can see the look on Castle Hill. There's no talk. They just hung their heads, and that's all they can do.
We could just have a check on the crowd. The crowd was just announced. Oh, Johnson, he hasn't got that kick. The crowd, 92,348. Well, that's incredible. This ground has a capacity of 5,000, and we've got 92,000 people in here. 92,349. Someone else came in, did they? Well, that's incredible, and one of the Macquarie players has come off. I tell you what, though, by first grade, this crowd could be up over the 100,000 mark, Paul.
Mate, it could well be. First grade's going to be a nice tussle. Let's just see if Castle Hill can pull that off. Well, the kick goes down. There's not much time left in the play. There's Macquarie bringing up to the quarter line. Sykes and O'Brien.
That guy's got his jersey on inside out, hasn't he?
Oh, well, I don't know which number he is, so I can't go. Well, here comes the Blues brothers. Oh, well, Terry's going to hammer him all the way to the end. Well, there's Gus Geek, Larry Loser, and all his mates.
Well, you can't see that, ladies and gentlemen, but if you're in our commentary position, Gus, Larry, Lenny and George Loser have all walked in today, and they're looking resplendent in their lovely black tuxedos.
I think Michelle Dupre's got a tuxedo in his bag. I think he'll be up there with him after this game.
Go and get it on and get off the football field.
Oh, look at this run. They're going to go all day. Look at this right up. But Kevin Holland's still doing the defence. Well, here we go. Macquarie, it's just a matter of time. They're waiting for the hooter. Hasn't that guy got his jersey inside out, Mick?
I believe he could have his jersey inside out. Can we get his number? No, we can't. Can anyone read inside out? Well, Macquarie have taken it up again. Hey, that guy's got his jumper inside out. Well, oh, look at this. Good pass. He's picked that up too, has he, Terry? No, he hasn't. Mind you, Terry's not exactly the best authority on whether he's done it or not. Well, that'll be a scrum. As you can hear from our voices, Paul and I, we're pretty despondent here. It's all over. Silent night coming in.
The guy packing in the second row for Castle Hill's got his jumper inside out, if you haven't noticed.
Thank you, Cameron. We hadn't noticed that. Apparently one of the Castle Hill players has got his jumpers inside out. If we could have a check on that, one of our silent eyes could get down there and see what's going on there.
Well, John McMahon's left us. I think he's disappointed. He's gone down to have a tour to the first grade, get him revved up about the...
Oh, sideline eye. Terry O'Brien, he's cracked another corker. Where are the Blues brothers playing tonight?
Well, I'll pay that one. I don't mind Terry's jacks, and I think he's brought out another ripper.
I'll pay that one. He was talking about Gus, Lenny, George and Larry Loser, who walked in with the tuxedos. He's a classic, Terry O'Brien. Well, I don't know what Sheridan's doing now. I think he's saying, come on, Hooter, blow.
That's a sure sign the team has gone down the pack. Well, Terry's still going to have a go. He wants to get right on this television, doesn't he?
Well, they call him Token Terry. He gives token penalties, and he's given another one there. What'll they do? Sheridan will kick. Why not?
Everyone else, Mars.
In fact, I might go out there and have a little kick myself later. Why not? Well, DePrey's brought it in like every good winger should. Thomas, they must have a move on for when they're 20 points down with 2 minutes to go in. They have. Oh, not a good move, though. Well, here goes. Interesting move, that. Not much you can say. Macquarie have got the ball. Oh, there's a bit of biffo on. But it dies out. That's unfortunate. It's good for a game. Well, Kev Holmes has come off his wing, and this boy Russell, that's a reasonable run, I guess. That's Chiha.
No. Chicha.
You say Chicha, I say Chiha. You say tomato, I say tomato. Anyway, back to the football. Who's that? That's Boyle. I'm not going to say he was on the Boyle. Well, I just did. Too late. Well, they're about 15 yards out. Good time for a field goal. Johnson, he's moved in. Well, I don't like to say that I'm a rugby league expert, but I am, aren't I? It might not have been Johnson, but I must be a rugby league genius. I called that field goal. Paul, would you agree?
Well, field goal, why not? Well, I mean, they may as well pull down their pants now or anything they want to do, because it doesn't really matter to Castle Hill because they're out of this game.
Well, a bit of pants pulling down never hurt no one as far as I'm concerned. Does anyone know the score? Silent Night, Cameron Anderson.
21-8.
21-8.
Well, just come here, Mick, and I'll douche you because there's a big scoreboard over there that says C.C.E.S. versus Macquarie. 2 tries, 3 tries.
Well, sure sign. Silent Night, Jeff Cowling. That's a sure sign Macquarie are going down. Good line from Eric Moody, sideline eye. The tide has turned.
That's a song, isn't it?
The tide has... I don't think so. That's not a song.
Tide is turned. Oh, there's a hooter!
Well, that's the hooter. It's all over. Not much jubilancy from the CCE camp, and no wonder. That's 21-8. Kev Hollins is not happy. He's given it a good, hard season, and they've gone down. Bad luck, second grade.
Get this guy off the microphone down here, doesn't he? Shut up.
Well, we're the microphone experts. Well, the touch judges and referee have got off the field very quickly, very impressive. But there's not much you can say about that. A very despondent second grade side. Well, cheer up, fellas. There's a big night ahead. And if you want to learn about winning grand finals, just talk to us third graders.
The player just coming off the field now.
Silent Night, Cameron Anderson.
And he's got his jumper inside out.
Has that guy got his jumper inside out? Can we have a bit of a check on that? Can we send someone down there to see if he really has got that inside out?
Well, there's a very disappointed man, Phil Hayes. Well, he had a win in third grade. He can't be a winner all the time. Maybe because that's the way it is. And good response by the crowd. Macquarie have deserved this win. They've really played well. And, well, what else can we say? Well done, Macquarie.
Well, we've been saying it all year. There's got to be a place in this second grade side for Paul Donkin. They didn't find it, but it's got to be. He can kick goals and he'll go all day.
Well, the go all day's been hammered today. Well, the crowd stands up. That was a great game of rugby league on one side, and here comes a presentation. I think we'll leave it down to Gus Geek to take over the microphone. He loves the microphone too, Gus. Well, here we are. Over to you, Gus.
Well, Gus is taking his time, and while he does, that's not a very good swan song for Phil Host in his last year of coaching. But Paul Donkin, who will take over the second grade team, ably supported by his first grade coach, Jeff Cowling. Maybe they can come back next year. Jeff Cowling, a bit of a shock selection. Here goes Gus.
The presentation now of the Macquarie Memorial Cup.
Flash! Flash!
Before we present the trophies, first would be appropriate to mention that Terry Murray now has taken Macquarie University to 5 grand final.
Bounty!
And it's a little sorry that the first one is actually taken out, so congratulations to the coach of the club.
Good call, Gus, the geek there. Well done. Well, we have coming over here. Oh, back to you, Gus.
I'll get an interview off your man, all right?
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly would like to congratulate the winning side of Macquarie on the performance there today. We're very pleased to see such a side and a well-deserved victory. Winning the game 21 points to 8. It's a great standard of football and it's very good to see. Whilst you're back with us, we've always stuck with us. I'd like to
Does anyone know what this man is saying? I think he mumbles into that microphone. Get away from your nose, Gus.
We'll get to our very good man of football and you're both sides to be congratulated on. I'd like to call the captain over now on the Macquarie side and make it further statement.
Who will they go to, Mick?
Well, it's got to go to Kev Hollins, doesn't it? That'll be a turn-up game to a team from the losing side, but man of match must be Kev Hollins.
It's done before, hasn't it, in the North Sydney 86 grand final?
Oh, Chiha! Chiha has won it. I tell you what, I agree. He had a blinder. Paul Chiha, he had a good game.
Chicha, mate, chicha.
Chicha, whatever you want to call him. Here he goes. Stick to football, Chiha. He ain't no orator, I can tell you. Well, with Paul in the commentary box is one of the stars of the second grade team, Flash.
Can you get us? Paul Gillen out of the losing C.C.E. side, but bad luck, Flash. And what do you think went wrong with Castle's performance today?
Well, the main thing I think was just a few too many silly mistakes in our own, excuse me, in our own half, and plus we just weren't solid enough in defence. We went well for the first 20, but after that, you know, we sort of fell off tackles a bit. They got on a bit of a roll. We came back a bit, and actually I think one of the major factors was when young Kev Hollins got in front of Bowdy. I think if we scored then, we would have been on a roll, and I think, you know, but it's a funny game, rugby league.
Well, Flash, you know, were you fired up enough to take on this Macquarie side? I mean, they moved straight in the grand final. You beat them in the earlier stages of this competition, but just didn't seem to have the fire, I feel, when you came out onto the field.
I think so, mate. I think a lot of people thought that we just had to go through the motions, you know, and not commit ourselves. There was just not enough commitment in defence, you know how it is.
Phil Hayes, we were talking about his half-time comments. Did he have a lot to say? Well, you expect he would have, but what was his main talk?
It was just that, you know, the attack was all right, but again, our defence was wasn't strong enough, you know, just wasn't solid enough. Not enough big hits, not enough commitment.
Did you find that the referee had a lot to do with the game? Did he turn the game at all, do you feel?
Well, in lieu of a $5,000 fine, I'd just like to say the ref's a prick.
Thank you very much, Flash. Bad luck about that, mate, but good luck next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.